You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. You are a money master. You feel good having money. You are prosperous in every way. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. Legend. You are a money master. Jamila, you are a legend. You are prosperous in every way. You are a goddess. You are a millionaire. Yes. You attract all the money you desire. Exactly. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. Yes. You attract money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. Yes. Amounts of money. Yes, honey. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. Yes. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. You are a money master. You feel good having money. You are prosperous in every way. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. Yes. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. You are a money master. Yes. You feel good having money. You are prosperous in every way. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. We're going to start this one off, guys. This motivational speech that I'm going to give you. Tonight, we're going to start it off with some meditation. So this is a meditation. We're doing affirmations right now, and then we'll talk in a minute. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations. Basking in the ambience. Basking in the ambience. Your thoughts are positive. Yes. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. You are a money master. You feel good having money. You are prosperous in every way. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. You are a money master. You feel good having money. You are prosperous in every way. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. All right, guys, I am just getting started. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. Okay, yes, honey, I love these lake houses. You are prosperous. Look at this one. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources. This is me and my husband's house, y'all. We're going to live in one of these. Highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. You are a money master. You feel good having money. You are prosperous in every way. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. You are rich. You are powerful. You attract money. You deserve money. You are surrounded with money. You have multiple sources of income. You are abundant. You are highly driven and motivated to succeed. You have the ability to make large amounts of money. Yes. You achieve whatever you set your mind to. That's right. You are focused. You attract money easily in every way. You are a money master. You feel good having money. You are prosperous in every way. You are successful. You are a millionaire. You attract all the money you desire. You attract people and situations that will help you. You choose to be wealthy. Your thoughts are positive. You receive money every day. You are wealthy. All right, guys, let's get started on this this evening's talk that I want to have with you guys, okay? So I have just got done doing all of the readings for the channel. You guys' money readings for July is going up. And I want to come and talk to you guys about the prospect of being wealthy. Your own wealth and your own desires.
by rubbing elbows with the right energy, attracting the correct people to you, and by focusing on the correct opportunities. So the reason why I was showing you those houses is because I love houses. I love real estate. It's one of my favorite fields to get into. And our president of the United States right now, the way that he became rich was by investing in houses. So even though a lot of people don't like Donald Trump, he still became a millionaire or a billionaire because he is a real estate investor. So that's one of the things that's why I'm kind of, when it comes to Donald Trump, so yeah. And I don't really speak on it. I don't really talk of politics too much. Okay. So I feel as though a lot of people don't like people with money. Most of the people that we know don't like people with money. They don't really like that. They don't really like to see you succeed. And people that are like that, very, because you know what, they come across as having it all. So they're telling you have it and why you don't have this and why you don't have that. At the same time, when you look at their own people that are worrying about what you're doing, why didn't you do this and why didn't you do that? Because they know that they failed and they need somebody to be their buddy. Okay? People that have failed, they need a buddy. So they don't want to be alone in their failure. Even though you can't say that you failed until you're dead and cold in the ground, because there's a lot of people that did not achieve success until they were in their 40s and 50s. So right about the age that I'm at, this is when, things start to come into fruition. This is when you quit fucking around and you start saying, you know what, screw that. I want to live like this. I want to live like that. And you start to make choices for yourself. I remember when I was a kid, and I remember being in my grandmother's backyard like it was yesterday. And you know what? There is no other place that I want to be except for in that place. That was the most amazing place ever. It was so amazing. But guess what? You grow up and you become your own person. And you transcend beyond the honeysuckles in your grandmother's backyard. I remember my grandmother's backyard like it was yesterday. She had honeysuckles. In her backyard. So I remember being a little kid and I remember being in the backyard and just being so happy and just loving life. But then when you get older, your needs change and you start to discover who you are. And your nature starts to call you the older you get. So there's a certain lifestyle that I know that I am going to get for myself. And I know that at the exact moment, at the exact hour that I step into that other aspect of myself, it has already been pre-thought. It has already been written. It is something that is going to happen, and it's going to happen within its time. It probably will be a little bit of stress because I can kind of see myself. And that's why I've been thinking about staying here. instead of moving and then moving again. I've been thinking about staying here. And the reason why is because I want to focus on purchasing my house. And I want to focus on that. I really honestly do. So it may, you never know. But I will tell you that before you know it, I will be moving. So that's why I was thinking about staying here. Like, I don't have to rush out of this house because I'm going to be transitioning into the house that I want. And the house that I want is probably going to be at least an hour or two from where I'm at. So I've just got to slowly make sure that I peel back the layers of what I want. And when I get there, then I'm going to get there. So it's a huge, when you come to the level of understanding, when you come to a level of understanding of your own life, then you start to remove the limiting beliefs, the limitations. You start to remove the limitations. You start to go higher and higher and higher. And you can even feel it in your spirit when you start to go higher. And you start to go, you know what? I'm not afraid to have $1 million in spending cash. You start to say that to yourself. Because last year I was definitely afraid of it. I'm not kidding you. Getting past the struggle, not living outside of the struggle is something that we can't even fathom. Living outside of the struggle. Because that's all you know is struggle. But you know what? You can retrain yourself and life will get easier. Life will get easy breezy. You know how they say the saying, you can take the nigga out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the nigga. But you can't, but you know what? The nigga can retrain their brain. And basically what that means is that when you are poor and when you live from paycheck to paycheck, and when you say, you know what, I don't want to, because that's when you transcend. That is when you start to really, really, really get into where you're supposed to get into. Writing a book, doing some kind of project. One of my favorite movies is Contact with Jodie Foster. That's one of my favorite movies ever. I am one of those nerdy people that kind of thinks, it's just like, and I'm one of those people that's just like, and anything is possible if you just believe. I am one of those nerdy kind of people. Hey, Georgia girl, I agree. Only the strong survive. But you know what? We not just surviving though. Like, literally, you can create your own paradise. You can create either your own nightmare or your own paradise. So when you let go of those limiting beliefs, then you can go higher and higher. But I think that The only way to do that is with love. That's what I truly believe. I truly believe that the only way to do that is with love. I think love elevates us. Love elevates us and hatred de-escalates. It de-elevates us because being like when you're going to that other level, it is really scary. So that's just like, okay, I was talking about this earlier about the grandma that died of a heart attack because she won the lottery. Remember on next Friday when Uncle Earl, I think his name is Uncle Earl, and his wife died because she won the lotto, and it was like, ooh, it excited her so much that she just went on to glory. So, rest in peace, her. But I'm serious, guys. Like, that is some serious stuff because, like, last year I said I can feel those millions coming to me. I swear to you guys. And you know what? I have literally been trained to not accept it. I've been literally been taught to not accept all of those, my spiritual gifts, my power, which when you translate it, it can turn into millions and billions of dollars. So I've been literally trained and programmed to be afraid of it, to look away from it, to think that if I wanted paradise or if I wanted utopia, because you know what? That's really, to be honest with you, when I manifest that, a lot of other stuff is going to manifest because I don't just want millions of dollars. I actually would love to have world peace. So the world is going to really be at peace because I create my own world. And the reason why the world is not at peace is because I am not necessarily happy or done. And so I got to have all this stuff around me to push me to where I need to go. And when I get there, like, not only that, we all know that hell, I could be anywhere and be happy. But I don't want to just be anywhere. I want to be where I want to be. Can I be where I want to be? And so it's like when you are ready, and you just like, oh my God, like the overwhelming feeling because you have been taught to limit yourself. You have been taught right now while you're looking at this video, you are a person. The reason why it came up in your agoraphobia or whatever, I almost said agoraphobia. The reason why it came up in the suggested, and this is all freestyle, y'all. I didn't rehearse none of this, so this is freestyle, okay? The reason why it came up in your suggested topics is because you limit your beliefs in what you can do. And you limit it because of history, which is the past, or either your current, which is the current, or you limit it because somebody has told you what your future is. So your perception is limited. And you're sitting up here, you're thinking, I can't do that. Man, whatever. Whatever. See, even though for me, I'm so damn humble, the person that I am, just the connection that I have with nature, I don't need millions of billions of dollars, but my spirits do. So my spirits, they like, but wait a minute, but this is like, so like, for example, a couple of years ago, there was they found an Egyptian tomb. And I said, that was my tomb. I said, that was my tomb and my husband. They had found it and they had taken everything out of it. These people had buried themselves underground with what they had because they were afraid because people were, but see, back, those were different times. And so I connect with former versions of myself all the time. And I know just that feeling, I know that I've lived in a castle before. And that's not being, a lot of people will say, but that's materialism. But see, not necessarily, because, you can't just sit up here and try to make it seem like everybody that got money is unhappy with money. Because if you notice, most of the people that claim to be happy, they got money. Most of the people that got money, they not very happy, are they? But I remember living in a castle. And I remember being very, very spoiled. And I remember my husband, who's been my husband for many, 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 many lifetimes. I remember him. And I remember just all of these, and just being very blessed. And then somebody telling me that I was evil because I was blessed with the things that I had. I believe that I was the lifetime that I'm picking up on, I was in Seattle. And I remember traveling a lot. And I was so happy. Everybody with money is not unhappy, guys. I remember living several lifetimes being filthy rich and happy beyond anything. And it wasn't just, it was because it was just, it was mine. It was my, I think that we all pick up on our best lifetime. Because I pick up on other lifetimes that I've had that were not that good. I remember being poor in one of very poorer than what I am now, poorer than I've ever. And my parents were not considered to be poor. They were not poor. They were middle class. I remember being very, very poor and doing fucked up things for money. I remember in one of my lifetimes, I was a prostitute. I remember having so much money because I was doing fucked up things, and I wasn't necessarily a prostitute, but I probably was. Like, I remember that. I do remember that. I remember that being one aspect of myself. And I remember the money coming and going just as quickly as it came. It went just as quickly as it came. But I remember being and I was okay with that lifestyle. I was okay with it. And that was one aspect of myself. And then I remember being in a different circumstance. And I remember the lifestyle that I was in I remember sort of being just one of them loose kind of women. I remember that. And so that is one aspect so I remember being different things in different lifetimes. And so if you notice, like, because I wonder, I said, why in the hell do I always have these damn prostitutes and slew? And then I realized that it's a past life transgression. These are people that I've met up with. And then I've got some gangsters. Because I believe, I don't know why I resonate with Ma Barker. I believe that I was her. I believe that it was one lifetime I was robbing people for money. I remember I was a gangster in one of my lifetimes. So I got people in this lifetime that are a part of that lifetime, but that ain't got nothing to do with who I am now, which is a totally different lifetime. So guys, I go through past life shit all the time, and I'm making, y'all gotta understand, because you know what? And you got people, it's so clear. It'll become clear to you when you really actually think about it. This shit is really freaky and creepy. And I know I'm right because sometimes when y'all come to me to get y'all readings and I'll be like, I can see your past life. And your past life will be very similar to your current life. And it's so weird, guys. It really is. It's so weird. I remember living my life and working as a healer because I knew who I was. And I always wondered why so many people flocked to me and why I attracted so many broken people. So I would attract these broken people. And in some of my lifetimes, I had a better understanding of it. But I would attract these broken people to me and I would wonder why. And it was because I'm a healer. And it was really a trip, you guys. It really was because I remember being a feminist. I remember being a woman in one of my lifetimes, and you could not pay me to not charge a man for sex. You could not pay me to do that ever. If a man were to have sex to me with me, he was to pay, and he was paying big time. And I was a queen. I remember being very, very rich. You couldn't pay me to sit up here and allow somebody to not give me everything that they had. So I kind of sometimes I remember being sometimes I think I was queen of which was one of the I always forget their names because and why is that? Like you would think that if I'm telling this story, I would know their names, but a lot of them, hold on. I don't know why. That's so weird, guys. Like it's like it like I know about Joan of Arc. I know about it's crazy how I remember how I can't remember their name. Let's look at the five most powerful African queens from history. I can't never remember this heifer's name, but I swear I was her in another lifetime. It was Nefertiti. I believe that I am a reincarnation of Nefertiti. Queen Nefertiti is well acknowledged as the queen who brought the war between the Lower Kemet and the Upper Kemet to an end when she decided to defy their differences by marrying Ramses II, the pharaoh of the Lower Egypt at the time. Up to date, there are several monuments of their epic love affair in Abu Simbel. Historians also believe that she was the eldest daughter to Amenhotep III and that she played an active role in reshaping ancient Egyptian civilization. Queen Nefertiti has been placed above all other Egyptian queens. As a result, her name is enclosed in the Egyptian royal cortege. In addition, there are several statues and drawings that honor her in Egypt. There are also several folk songs and tales that talk about her and King Akhenaten or Ramses II and how they faced a tough resistance from the priests of that time, but eventually won. So it's Nefertiti, but it's another one. I believe I was both of them. I've been an Aztec queen before too. Cleopatra. I believe I was Cleopatra at the same time. Somehow I was Nefertiti and Cleopatra at the same time. I don't know how. I don't know how, but that I feel like I am a reincarnation of these queens. And I feel it so deeply that I'm even willing to go through some kind of DNA testing of the remains that they found of the queens in Egypt. Okay. Cleopatra is one of the most famous female rules to this day. Her life inspired many, including Shakespeare, who wrote based on her and Antony. She was a royal from the time she was born and was forced to grow up when her father passed on and the throne was left to her and her brother. She later assembled an army that overthrew her brother with the help of Julius Caesar from Rome. So I believe that I was her too. I don't really resonate with any of the other ones except for Joan of Arc. So I know a lot of y'all think I'm crazy, but for some reason, I resonate with these queens. Hey, Cynthia, I ain't seen you in a minute. I feel as though I've manifested myself. I feel as though I am old as the earth. I know a lot of people are, it's above your pay grade when I talk some of the things that I talk. But this is what I feel, this is how I connect with history. But to be honest with you, I can tell you, being that the wisdom that I have will tell you that every lifetime is not going to be exactly the same. I mean, to be honest with you, I've actually wondered. I never wondered, like, I swear to you, I grew up with my grandmother and with my parents. My father in this lifetime, he always had such nice furniture. And my grandmother, she always had nice things. So I always felt, a certain type of standard of living. I've always felt that way. You know what I mean? So, I know that's right, girl. Get it in, get that work in, girl. I will see certain stuff like that, Raya. I swear to you, psychics, sometimes we can pick up on, sometimes we can, and like, that's why I was telling you guys, like, being that I'm a psychic, I can see certain things. I can also see everybody that's in my life. I can see their past life history with me. So whenever I tell somebody, I'm like, me and you were together in the past life. And that's why you feel a connection with me. Or, you know what I'm saying? And so it's really bizarre. I feel like in every lifetime, me and the love of my life, my twin flame, we somehow come into fruition. Somehow we see each other. Somehow we meet up with each other. And in some of those lifetimes, I truly feel as though we are spirits that are taking over the bodies of people sometimes. Sometimes I feel that too. But then again, no, I feel like mind, body, and spirit, that I'm an incarnated queen or some kind of important person. So, and I think that we all are supposed to feel important. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you ain't nothing, then you not. For me, I don't feel like I'm not nothing. A lot of people be like, oh, you ain't nothing, you ain't this, you ain't that. It's like, well, Maybe it's because you're so used to seeing me with so much. Maybe that's why. I know that who resonates with me so much, guys, is Ma Barker. But again, just because Ma Barker resonates with me in my previous lifetime doesn't mean that I am limited only to her. So there's been so many different, manifestations of my spirit. I don't know why I feel a connection with this lady. Feel like, and you know what's so weird is that she looks a lot like my great grandmother on my father's side of the family. Even though she's a white lady, she looks like my big mama when my big mama was younger. My big mama took a picture and looked just like this. It's so weird. This guy right here, I've met him in this lifetime. He's actually came back. It's so weird. The eyes, because it's the eyes, guys. It's the eyes. My ex that I had my miscarriage with, he has the same exact eyes. The face looks solely, but it's the same fucking person. Your spirit will be drawn. So if you guys don't know who Ma Barker is, Ma Barker was the leader of a gang. She has been presented as very monstrous. The FBI killed her. So that's why sometimes I believe that, sometimes I have persecution in this lifetime because I feel like I was her in a previous life. And I think she died in, when did she get killed? She died in 1935. So she died January the 6th. Her name was Kate Ma Barker Clark. And she died January 16th, 1935. So I believe that I was her in a previous lifetime. She also was born in Ash Grove, Missouri, and she died in Ocklawaha, Florida. So it's funny how, and for some reason, I want to go to her house in Florida. I would love to go to her house in Florida just to visit and see what I feel. I feel a really, really strong connection with her for some reason. But this is what she looks like. And she looks like my great grandmother on my father's side of the family in this lifetime. It's so weird. She looks a lot like her name could be Mineola Threadgill. It's so bizarre. And my grandma Mineola, she was a pistol. This woman, I mean, my God, Mineola Threadgill was very, very powerful. Hold on. So I was a murderer and a thief in my previous life, and I'm still sort of suffering that persecution. I believe this strongly. And if you guys tell me that I'm crazy, it's perfectly fine. You can believe that I'm crazy if you want. It's so weird. I don't know why. It's so weird, guys. I swear to you. Same eyes, Arthur. The same eyes as one of them. It's so weird, guys. I'm just telling you, it's weird. Every now and then I stumble upon somebody that I feel like I was them in a previous life, but for some reason she just stands out to me like a motherfucker. Okay. It's like you said, you were Nefertiti and Cleopatra at the same time. The reason being is because you go back in time. There were less people on Earth, so multiple people could be a Cleopatra. Yeah. I want to, like, when did they live and die? Like, when did Nefertiti die? So Nefertiti died. She ruled ancient Egypt between 1353 to 1336 BC. And Cleopatra, hold on a minute. Cleopatra was August, she died August 12th, 30 BC. And she died when she was 39 years old. And this co-signs it, guys, I really do. Because I had a fear of death around the age of 39. I was 39 in 2015, or was it 2016? She died when she was only 39 years old. She committed suicide by allowing an Egyptian cobra to bite her. So, yeah, that's crazy. We have 8 grandparents. We were all of them. As you go back in time, you were in more people spiritually and genetically. So that means that many, many people could have been Cleopatra in a past life because so many people might be genetically connected to her. Does that make sense? Yeah, that does make sense. But you know what? For some reason, I have these memories. I swear to you. I have these memories. That's why I feel like we're all connected because so many other people can feel like they were Cleopatra in a previous lifetime. So I understand what you're saying, Cynthia. That's just like there's probably a lot of different people that feel like they were Ma Barker in a previous life. I keep adding to it, and this is something that I'm going to write in a book eventually, guys. This is something that is something that I'm definitely going to write about. Yeah. Joan of Arc. There's a there's a connection that I feel with Joan of Arc. And she died by burning. They burnt her, death by burning. They burned her at the stake. I remember being burned at the stake. I remember being burned at the stake several lifetimes. Being burned at the stake. And that shit hurts like motherfucking hell. Maybe that's why there's such a huge gap. But then again, I kind of felt a huge connection to somebody else that died in the 70s. But I haven't really, like, I feel like that, yeah. So I do remember being burned at the stake in a previous lifetime. And I remember being a witch. I remember being a witch too. So I may have been like just a witch or whatever, and but I do remember being very, 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 very rich. I remember being very, very rich. What the heck? So, I do remember that, and see, your spirit wants to manifest that. But see, and another thing is that I manifested during the 70s. Do you guys know everything that was happening during the 70s? When you look at your past life, when you look at yourself, you have to look and see what was going on in pop culture during the time that you were born. So when I manifested in this lifetime, I manifested in 1977. That is my birth year. So looking back at 1977, the disco era. So looking back in history of when I was born, they test flighting airplanes back then. Also, people were doing the rock and roll thing. It was really, really the 70s era around that time. Chief Justice Warren Burger administers the oath of office to Jimmy Carter. Okay. Something was going on over in Ethiopia. Radio Shack had a new TRS-80 microcomputer system, and it used a keyboard to plug into it, included a 64-column video monitor programmed by cassette tapes played on a home cassette player. So they were just inventing computers back then. It was a microcomputer system that came out the year I was born. Elvis Presley died the year that I was born. At any rate, guys, this is what I was meaning by this whole thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Letting go of the things that limit your belief systems within yourself. Going and thinking far beyond what you have either been told that you can do, and going outside of that. But then also you do have to connect with the former part of yourself. For example, the reason why I have such a powerful spirit is because I do believe that I am a reincarnation of a couple of queens. I believe that I also have reincarnated. I've also incarnated myself. And I feel like I've had some interesting things that have happened. I have a lot of past life transgressions, a lot of past life things that I deal with. But what I can tell you is that in this lifetime, I was told that because I was a woman, that I couldn't go far. I was told that because I was a Black woman, that I wouldn't make it. I was told that because I was a mother, that I was unworthy. So because I had given birth simply made me worthless, which I know is not the truth. That makes absolutely no sense at all. I was told that because I decided to have a baby by a man that didn't mean me any good, that I would never have a man to love me or appreciate me. I was told that because I didn't want the things that now my spirit is my spirit, because the reason why I need and want my lake house is because I started to know who I was. And I started to realize who I was and what I needed when that had been taken away from me. It had literally been taken away from me. Guys, you just really have to follow your heart and you have to follow your intuition. Follow your heart, follow your intuition. And what I can tell you is that if somebody tells you that you cannot do what you want to do, don't allow yourself to be limited within that belief system. So many women are taught that we can't have the things that we want, that we can't manifest the things that we want, but you actually can. I WTF are you reading? I know that I was not a queen, I was her advisor. People were always making attempts in her life. The last was a huge fire. The palace was on fire. Yeah. I can tell you that people like the queen is not loved. They're usually hated severely. I can tell you that I've been a queen. It's nice to know that, like I know that, but I know that what comes along with being a queen is that so many people are trying to assassinate you. So if I were a queen, I would rather come to this world in disguise so that I'm not going through all of that, to where, it's all of this controversy and so many people are envious. But see, that's what that, see, they make certain movies because most of us are, you create your own environment. At the moment that you feel out of control of your environment is when you are screwed. So if you just consistently focus on your goals and you say, you know what, I'm just going to go straight into manifesting, then that is when you start to live within your vision. And everything that comes to you, you see it coming, you see it, and other people can sometimes see it coming, but you got to learn how to protect that. Because I remember being very rich. I remember being rich. There was a lifetime that I lived. I remember being born during the 40s. or the 30s. And I remember being very well off because my father was well off. I don't know why my son is waking up and he's being weird right now. I remember that though. It's so weird. And right as I was saying that, my left ear started to itch. It's so weird. But I remember my husband cheating with the maid. And I remember being so in love with my husband. I think I died at an early age. I think I died like probably around the age of 40. And I remember one of those lifetimes. It's so weird. I remember my husband cheating with the maid. And I remember this bitch stealing, I don't know what it was. She was stealing stuff from us. But it was an arranged marriage, so that was the problem. But it was an arranged marriage, but we actually fell in love with each other. It's so weird, guys, the way that those past life memories will come back. And there are some people that, and there are some people that will remind you of your past life, but they will be a good memory. That's why we hold on to people. That's why we hold on to people, and we don't want to let them go. And the people that mean a lot to us, we hold on to them for dear life because they remind us of a good memory of our past. And I remember with my twin flame, I remember it was so weird because my mother had furniture that reminds me of this person. And I remember it was so weird. It was like this, it was either wicker furniture or it was some kind of white furniture. I remember it was wicker. It was wicker furniture, and there was a garden, and it was a waterfall and some kind of lake or river or something. It was some kind of body of water. And I remember being in this garden with this person, and I remember running around the garden, but I was also a child at the time. So the weird part about it is that my twin flame was, it was so weird. And I ain't even gonna say that. I remember growing up with this person. Maybe they weren't my brother, but I remember growing up with this person. It's so weird. It's so weird how I can see that, and I can feel this person's energy, and it's the same exact energy. It's so weird, guys. I remember playing around in a garden. Maybe we were rabbits. Maybe that's why it's been so difficult, because maybe we were rabbits in this previous lifetime. I remember jumping and hopping around in this garden with this person, and I just it's this specific memory. It's a wraparound porch, and I come out of the wraparound porch, and I'm really young, and so is this person. We're the same age. There's no age gap. But I remember it's this memory. It's so weird. And I remember just feeling so peaceful. And there being so much laughter and joy and happiness. And it was a white house. It was white. The house was white. And it was definitely some kind of wraparound porch. And you could see it was on a lot of land. It was a lot of land around us. So weird. And I remember that. And a lot of people will say, well, what do you think that is? And it's a memory, is what it is. It's a memory of this person and their spirit. Maybe your twin flame can come and they can decide to not reincarnate themselves until 10 or 11 years after you're born. But you still remember shit from that experience that you had with them. And I remember everything. I remember this person being able to make really good lemonade. I remember this person, and it was a male. It was a male version of this person. Oh yeah, I like those movies, 300 and Braveheart. Yeah, Georgia girl, I love those too. Yeah. But this was a good memory. It was not no kind of war. It was just a lot of peace. It was so weird. And I just remember that. I remember it was a romantic love situation. It was romantic love. And it was a lot of it was and it was it's a lot of memories. It's a lot of memories with this person. Not just that memory, but it's a lot of different memories, and they come back. And sometimes when I talk to this person will say certain things to me, and it will say to me that we've been through, like we've done this before, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm seeing it clearer because I'm older or something, but it's so weird. It really is. I remember some things. I remember getting married to this person when we were really, really young. We got married at a really, really young age. And there were people that were very judgmental, but we ended up starting a business, and the business took off, and it really was a big success. I remember that. Anyway, yeah, I do, guys. I remember certain stuff from like different lifetimes with certain people. And to be honest with you, a lot of the people that I have met in social media, even people I've met in social media and people that I've met in life, I've seen our past life history. So if a person is giving you a hard time, then you want to look at your past life history with that person. So I remember, I just like a lot of the stuff that is happening. It's stuff that it's almost like it's a past life. It's like you're reliving the past. But then again, it's also chaos. And out of what that chaos does is that chaos, it reminds you. It reminds you of who you are. Because for some reason, we seem to forget sometimes. And it might be because of the programming of our parents. It might be. Yeah, I love to look at past life histories. Guys, those are the readings that I love to do. I love to look at fertility readings. I love to to get a profile. So guys, like I deal with a lot of problems and issues. Evil and demonic people, they keep me in business. They do. But I like to do the readings on people, the past life readings. I like to go deep into that. I like to really, really, really get into it. You know what I'm saying? And see, some of y'all are past life. Y'all are reincarnations of people that were in the past life. For some reason, I feel a really, really, like for some reason, I feel a connection with hold on, guys. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. That's so weird. I don't know why I feel a connection with Jerry Lee Lewis. I have no idea why, guys. I gotta go to a break. Let's take a little break real quick. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted.
Like this, and that includes a good hearty breakfast. You need something to kind of warm the whole body up and get it going. It's a great way to kick off your day. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love as a man is slain. You broke my will, what a thrill. Getting this your records to quitting balls of fire. I let you live what I thought it was funny. You came along and you ruled me, honey. I changed my mind, getting this crazy quitting balls of fire.
Okay, guys, obviously this is not Jerry Lee Lewis. This is Dennis Quaid. He's playing the role, but this is his song. So let's go on a music break. I'll be right back, guys.
Love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I don't know this world that you find. Money up in my world is fine. I'm really with the show is fun. Come on, baby.
I'm crazy. Goodness gracious, red balls of fire.
Mr. Freed, Jerry Lee Lewis can blow Chuck Berry right off of that stage. Why do I have to go on before him? Because he's had 6 #1 hits and you've had only 2 in the top 10. Well, who's got the #1 record right now? My point exactly. He should go on before me. Can't. It's in his contract that he closes the show. Okay, Cat. That's the way you want.
I want to love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I got to tell this world that you're mine. You're my girl, I feel my arm. I'm really never got the show is fun. Come on, baby, I'm crazy. Goodness gracious, to quit balls of fire.
I said, good in this grace to rip my fire.
You know, I'm just saying, like, I don't know why I love him. Like, that is like one of my favorite artists. Okay, Jerry Lee Lewis is one of my favorite artists. So I don't just limit myself to like music that's been since, like, I noticed that a lot of people start watching. It's like, oh, Jerry Lee Lewis, oh, like, I love that shit. Yeah, I like that song too. And that was Dennis Quaid. That wasn't the real Jerry Lee Lewis. That was Dennis Quaid. But another one that I like is Alexis's father, Jackie Wilson. But for some reason, I like the Ghostbusters version, but it's actually Jackie Wilson's song or whatever. So yeah, I don't know why I like the song for real. It's probably because, like, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, I like this song. I like the Howard Huntsberry version of it. I like Ghostbusters. Like, if I were to be a movie maker, like right now, I would make Ghostbusters. Hold on, I want to listen to my song real quick. All right, music break, y'all.
Yeah, I think this is going to be another one of those poems. Without you and me, we won't be winning. If you want something better, you gotta want to give your all. Cause I believe so much in we, and no, we're not kidding. If you feel the same as me, you gotta want to take the ball. I find out the love is giving. Don't know where the cards may fall.
All I know is that we gotta give it.
We gotta get on. I guess we're gonna have to take control. It's up to us. We got to take it home. Make me see that I'm me, then you go get up. Gotta make it on your set. Gotta go for what you know. It comes time in our lives, you wanna be bigger. Gotta keep on pushing. We gotta learn to take control. Yeah. Now I found out the love is given. Don't know where the cards came from.
All I know is that we gotta. Hey, can we make some food? Make some food.
I guess we're gonna have to take control. If it's up to us, we got to take it home. Gotta take it home. Gotta take it home. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call it those buses and they can't control. Now it's throwing parties for a bunch of children. We're all the wild side under the build. So they packed up and group, got a grip, came a quiz, grab the clothes on backs on the back, and they split. Run out of our field, the master evil. Try to battle my boys, that's not real. They're in control.
You know it. I said they in control. I might, you know what, y'all? I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna watch tonight. I think I'm gonna watch me some Contacts. All right, y'all, hold on. I'm gonna try to play this one. I ain't really listened to this one like that, but this is what I want to tell you guys. Like, love is what lifts you higher. Love, not hate. Lifted me higher than I ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love, keep on lifting me higher, higher, higher. I say your love. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. But then you came and you soon departed, and you know he never showed his face again. That's why your love keep on lifting me higher, higher, higher. I say your love lifting me higher, higher. I'm so glad I finally found you. It's that one in a million girl. And now with my loving arms around you, honey, I can stand up and face the world. And let me tell you, your love keep on lifting me higher, higher, higher. I say your love keep on lifting me higher, higher. Keep on lifting. Keep on lifting. Higher, higher. Keep on lifting. All right, y'all. That was Jackie Wilson. Okay, guys. I don't know why I just decided to start to play music with this whole thing. I'm sorry, guys. I am a music baby. I just wanted to come on here and inspire you guys to let you know to stop feeling limited. I know that for me, like literally, I am in the morning when I wake up. The one thing that I'm going to be thinking about is the fact that everything that I want is going to manifest. all of my dreams, desires, the things that I want, things that have to do with my career, the things that have to do with me, the things that have to do with my body. Because, you know, you guys know that I'm on a body sculpting weight loss journey. I gained a little bit of weight after I quit smoking, but God is telling me, you know what? Love yourself. You did a good thing. You did the right thing. You quit smoking them cigarettes. So I would never, ever, ever, you know, degrade myself for whoever I am. I feel good about myself. I love myself. So I'm just going to continue to, you know, slowly work that weight off of me, do what I got to do, and knowing that things are going to come in due time. So I'm good with that. But, you know, yeah. So I don't know, guys. Like, I felt like hanging out with you guys this evening. And I'm going to be doing classes, but my classes are going to be so relaxed. I'm going to be doing tarot card classes. And they're going to be so freaking relaxed. It's ridiculous. Like, you're not going to have to worry about, you know, testing and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah. Yeah.
So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never mind for dreams. Head over heels, ready to do toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound of running ticket to the world. But now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know there's much is true. I know there's much is true. With a thrill in my head and a pill on my tongue, this open earth has just begun. Listening to my band all night long. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound always slipping from my hands. There's a time of its own. Take your seat right out to write the next line. Oh, I want you to know.